Good morning, America, and good morning, everybody, from wherever you are in this big world. This is Dr. Cherry. One more time, thank you very much for watching this video. Yes, you've noticed it. I am completely and entirely congested. I sneezed. I coughed like hell. I'm 70 years old, so I'm very much prone to catch the coronavirus. Let me tell you a story. I think it's very worth it for you to enjoy this segment and for me to give you a little bit more of what really happened. I find myself in a situation, I'm not going to give you all the detail. I was stuck in a truck helping somebody, and we drove many, many days. And I could not have wished for the worst person on the planet that does not think, behave, or remotely like I do. So I was stuck in that little box with this person that was so rational, so practical, so negative. Every single word that was coming out of his mouth was negative. So then I was there and I said, oh my gosh, what have I done? Couldn't go back. I gave my word. So I was stuck there. So we stopped in many places. We ate, we drank, and I had to face this lunatic so many days. The next thing I know, I start to sneeze, I start to have headaches, I start to cough. And each time we stopped to fuel something else, this guy was using alcohol, and he was cleaning the knob on the radio. He was cleaning the steering wheel. He was so scared. He was so scared. I said, oh my God. And I was saying, you know what? I'm 70 years old, so I'm prone to catch the coronavirus and die. You know, that was my way of punishing him for being such a stupid, racist idiot on the planet. So what happened to me? And this is where you have to be very cautious, my friend. Remember, the future is the reincarnation of your thought. If you're not happy in a very specific situation, your subconscious or God, who does not rationalize with you, will take your fear or your wishes as is. So I was in my head. I couldn't wait to get away from that person. So I was making a wish at a subconscious level not to be with that person. So my subconscious said, oh, how can I get rid of this person? And how can I help you to get out of that nasty situation? I'm going to make you sick. So he gave me a cold. It was interesting. You're not going to believe this. I arrived last night. My eyes were popped out. I was sneezing. I was coughing crazy. And this morning, oh God, I mean, I had sinuses infection like you wouldn't believe. It was just like so painful to swallow, so painful in every possible way. The very next day, this morning, finally, I arrived back to Phoenix. Last night, I arrived back to Phoenix. All gone. So that reinforced my theory to be very, very careful what you wish for. Now that led me to talk about something else. How many of you do you think that America is racist? I'd say maybe a good chunk of it. Let's say all the Trump supporters, or 50%. That's the divide, I believe. Now imagine millions and millions and millions of people that are racist, who have fears of foreign invasion, who doesn't like foreigners, those who wants to build a wall. No, you have your wall now, but it's not a physical wall. It's coronavirus. This is the result of the thought of thousands upon thousands of people that wanted to support our president's wish to build a wall and keep foreigners away. But it's going to get even better, my friend. It's going to get much better than that. Listen to this. As you all know, our president was born with the tail of the dragon in the sign of Sagittarius. And that is a nightmare for anything and everything directly related to foreigners, foreign affairs, foreign people, religious world, and our pets, or the wildlife for that matter. So, as I explained in my earlier video that I did before this one, when you elect a president, you are going to be forced to suffer this person's idiosyncrasy, his fears, and his fate, because he's the father. He's the most important person on the planet, running the biggest, most powerful country on the planet. So now let's go a little bit outside of this now. Leave him alone. Leave the president alone for a second. Because as you all know, my work has nothing to do with politics, and I couldn't care less. If you like or if you don't like Trump, okay? Follow me at a spiritual level. I was thinking about Italy. Why such a small country in the world has suffered so much? See what's going on in Italy right here, right now, there. Are you ready for that one? Now listen to this. Apart from Trump, apart from President Trump, which is a very powerful man running the most powerful country on the planet, right? You heard me. What about the Pope, Pope Francis? Then I was thinking, how come? There's got to be a connection with Pope Francis being the president, the father of all the Italian people. So I just realized Pope Francis was born with the same exact Sagittarius dragon as our president. So in other words, when I tell you Pope Francis, curse of Italy, now you understand me maybe a little bit more. That being the father, the most powerful man after Trump, before Trump, for the religious fanatics on the planet, it shows why Italy has been directly affected by this dragon that was stimulating the reptilians to create coronavirus. Now, I don't have much hope for a lot of normal, educated, rational, or religious fanatic people to really grasp the depth, the meaning, the spiritual connection, and the incredible reality of what I'm divulging right now. I don't have much hope, but an extreme minority of all of you all there who can relate to me to understand that it is because Pope Francis and President Trump being born with such a nasty dragon still in the world of Sagittarius screw up completely our foreign affair, our foreign relationship, and of course the world of religion, because even the Pope could not do what he used to do in his prayer. What I'm trying to tell you, I don't expect you to say, amen, Dr. Cherry, all right? I just want you to start to think about it, of what I'm trying to tell you. So it's a mixture of this nasty dragon manipulated by the reptilians who stimulate the mind of our scientists to create such weaponry, to weaponize using the scientific infected matrix, or it is an accident. But you know me, there are no accidents. I have to give you plausible answers to what's going on. Now, the $10 million question that many of you have asked me, how long is he going to last? Well, as long as President Trump is in power, we are still under his jurisdictions, we still have to suffer his wishes, or his subconscious wishes, to build a wall, or the coronavirus acting as a wall, keeping us away from foreigners. Okay, be objective. Or at the same time, Pope Francis suffering this nasty dragon still in Sagittarius, screwing up Italy. Okay, so now you have an answer to why Italy was cursed and why America is cursed, because there's two very big people. Now, if President Trump does not get reelected, the biggest of our problems obviously will fade away. But if he stays in power for another year or two, and I'm not wishing Trump to lose or to die, or wishing the Pope to lose or to die, but the dragon has a very specific message for those people who regiment and control our destiny, yet they know nothing about themselves. Another thing, Back in August, I made all sorts of predictions, but I was very, very precise in predicting the pandemic. Not only the pandemic, but also what would happen to the wildlife. You heard me on Coast to Coast, and you can read the newsletter and see what happened to thousands upon thousands of pets who are left to die in the streets in China. Now, you can read. So what I did today, I got some section of my 2020 Nostradamus Universal and Personal Dragon predictions, and I put it there for you. I publicized a few of those predictions so you can read what you should have read in August last year. So I'm asking you, as you all know, a true astrophile, which means somebody like Nostradamus, who use quatrain and obvious keywords to make predictions, okay, that are well documented, dated, and published. Okay, so that is an astrophile. I'm asking you, get that ebook. It's very affordable because there are so many other things at a personal level for you because it's based upon the month you were born. It's a universal and it's personal at the same time. So it's critical for you to cast aside your fears and stop feeding the reptilians. Believe me, when I was sneezing and coughing wherever I go, people were running away from me. I had so much fun. Okay. I do not fear coronavirus. And I proved it to myself by getting a freaking nightmarish cold. And I gave you the reasons to why I contracted, by being negative, by being fearful. A magnet won't attract a piece of wood, my friend. You attract it. By being negative and depressed, you also knock down the immune systems. You're opening doors. But even though the coronavirus is a very serious pandemic, you don't have to become a victim if you do not fear it. That's why it's important to help me reaching as many people as possible. This video is critical. Of course, stupid idiots stuffing themselves with spaghetti or God knows what's going on YouTube, those videos are going to get viral. But this very critical video must become viral because the fear experienced by American people is absolutely incredible stupid. Do not feed the reptilians. You have a choice. Remember what I told you before, went back to the basics. Positive, negative, up and down, black and white, the front, the back, got them all, the yin and yang, two eyes, two face, two side of the brain, reptilian mind, dracon's mind. You have a choice. Do not fear coronavirus. When I channel, excuse me, I tend to forget real name. Coronavirus is real. However, your only protection is not to fear it. Now, you look on TV, you look on radio, on Coast to Coast, and they're inviting a bunch of people to talk about something that they never saw coming. I did. Shouldn't I be talking about it and making sure you understand not to feed the reptilians with your fear, not to knock out your immune system like I did? I was forced. I was stuck with this idiot for 4 days, 5 days. And as soon as I come home and I saw my wife and my little dog, the next day, bam, all gone. No pain, no more. I'm still congested, don't get me wrong. I got sneeze, but I'm going to tell, I just took myself as a very solid example to you, my friends, okay? There is so much more that's going on. So I have to repeat myself. I might sound redundant, you know. Some people say, oh, you don't have to prove anything, Dr. Tree. Yes, I do have to prove, okay? I do have to prove that I'm real, so you should trust me. The very fact that you are afraid to coronavirus is an invitation to get it. So do not put yourself in a situation where you're going to be depressed, fearful, negative. I just went through one of those, and I just put my experience to the public so you understand what happened to me. I didn't get coronavirus, and I'm 70 years old, and it never crosses my mind a second that I would get the virus. It was I was at my worst, coughing and sneezing and a lot of pain, and my sinus completely blocked. So be positive. Understand me. A magnet will not attract a piece of wood. Just put this in your head. You are immune. Put yourself in this bubble of protection. I repeat myself, my good friend. You are much more than body, flesh, and nerves. You're a human being, and you have an incredible power. And you are being sought as um, blood on the dog by those entities who need your fear to survive, to create more drama, more chaos. There goes our president. There goes Pope Francis. Both of these big guys, fathers of Italy, fathers of the United States, or the world with President Trump, okay, totally non-cosmic conscious, totally unaware, stimulating more fears out there. No. Your mask will do nothing. It's a virus, for God's sake. It's going to go through the wall. Forget about your mask. Okay. Use the universal blood transfusion to boost your immune system. Okay. Garlic. You're going to stink for a while. Well, honey, I kiss you tomorrow. All right. Natural blood transfusion. Get a lot of juicing going. Okay, all that's green. Get anything and everything that can help to boost your immune system. But remember, the key is up here. You do not want to feed the reptilians, and they have nothing to feed on you. They're going to look for someone else, which is freaking out and buying 10 tons of toilet paper. Listen to me. I hope you have learned something today with me sharing this crazy experience. But I thought there are no accidents. Maybe God, the universe, has wanted me to get stuck with this freaking loser in this track for so many days so I could get a cold that's gone. And the very next day that I came back home into my environment with positivity and love. Oh man, I can't beat that. You don't make things up, my friend. It's real. Okay? All right. Now, the newsletter that I wrote today is loaded with information, as always, that you must acknowledge. So read it, share it, show your support for Dr. Cherry. Okay, yeah, you're a crazy lunatic. You make us laugh. You have a positive attitude. This is exactly what we need. Yes, it is. So share my work and thumb down, thumb up. They will always have those reptilians infected losers out there and security people that are going to put the thumb down. But the majority is thumb up. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Okay. Don't know when I'm going to see you again, but I want you to remember, okay? Love, light, faith, happiness, the draconis, the sun. If there is a bit of sun out there, take your shirt off for a minute or two. Go and get some vitamin D that you're going to get only from the sun. Okay? Find any possible way that you know naturally to boost your immune system. And most of all, take my example. If you get a cold, a bad sinus and you in berserk, and you have a headache and your eyes are popping out of your head like it happened to me last few days, laugh. Because once it's said and done, when it's all said and done, you ain't gonna get coronavirus. You're protected. All right. Hey, make it a beautiful day. Share my work. Love you guys. Be positive. Bye.